Hey, Taylor Rapp here from the LA Rams. Shout out to Steve Taylor, the real sports guy, and the honorary Ram. When Steve talks sports, you better listen. Thanks, Steve from the Rams, for your continued support and love.
Thanks for watching Keeping It Real Sports.
Yes, sir. Rock Yassin, Keeping It Real Sports.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, man.
With Prince Bell, we rocking with Keeping It Real Sports, and we gonna be on this. We gonna be on a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Come on, come on. I told you I got you. Wanna talk about the game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Safe boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is, the real sports guy in the sand. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, and it's over. OVA, game over, they don't play. From the fourth quarter to the ninth inning, NASCAR wheels keep spinning. To the 18th hole, he's still in control. Guy on the go. Coach never missing the play, cause he know the deal. This keeping it real. Sports. Come on. Keeping it real. Yeah. Let's go.
It's the Thursday edition of Keeping It Real Sports. I am your boy. I am the Real Sports Guy. And thanks for joining me. Boy, do I have a good one planned for you today. It's the kickoff edition as we kick off into the weekend. We got major matchups, and we'll talk about all of that, man. We'll get into college football. I will release the new Keeping It Real Sports college poll today, the top 10 as we see it, the Real Sports poll. No, you don't want to go to the Associated Press. No, you don't want to listen to ESPN and them guys. You want to listen to somebody who keeps it real. That's what we're going to do today. And I got a big show planned for you today. And I want to start it off with hot off the press. And what hot off the press is the LADodgers. It stands for Lost Again. The Lost Again Dodgers. See, people, I get so tired of America and the media want to paint a picture of the teams that we are supposed to like, that we are supposed to anoint champions. Teams like the Dallas Cowboys and teams like the New York Yankees. But see, when I talked about the Dodgers and I made a team of Mike Trout guys, see, I have a problem with Mike Trout because he makes all of that money for his team to finish last. See, I can finish last without him. You understand? So I made a team of guys, of all Mike Trout guys. Guys paid top dollars, but when it's time to produce, they seem to always disappear. And my pitcher for that is none other than Clayton Kershaw. I had some kickback when I made it up because I did it on ESPN radio. I had people calling me saying, Steve, are you crazy? Clayton Kershaw is in the regular season. His ERA is, and I said, and you take that and take your time too in the playoffs. See, it's time for the race for October. And see, when that happens, keeping it real, this dude disappears, man. Now let's get into baseball, Major League Baseball, and all things October, man. We're going to bring in my man, Jason Robinson. We call this the race for October. And there we go, man. It's the race for October. Welcome in, Jason Robinson. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. We keeping it real on here for the sports fans in our area, keeping it real. Hey, like they do say, you got to play the game. Got to play the game. Kershaw and the Dodgers are not
You have
to. You know, these guys got that, but
right.
Yeah,
oh, man, that's
they got the second or the third highest payroll in baseball and get swept. Get swept.
See, these are the guys that want to be. See, I hate wannabes, man. Let's look further into this, man. You know, the Arizona Diamondbacks, there was something about them, man. Man, when they rolled up in there, it just told me that they weren't going to be afraid. They went in there, and they pummeled the Dodgers in the sweep, man. Look here, man. The thing that, if I'm a Dodger fan, that really kind of would make me sick is the fact that your skipper said that I've got to do something different. Well, no crap, Sherlock, don't you think? You think you got beat from pillar to post? And where were you at, Mookie Betts? 0 for 11. Where were you at, Freddie Freeman? See, all of these high-dollar guys, man, that are now Mike candidates of being Mike Trout.
It's on the team. It's on the team, dog. It's on about some dudes laid an egg, man. They laid an egg. Magic Johnson ought to take all their money back. Is Magic still on the ownership team of the Dodgers?
And therein lies the problem, because see, man, you can't do everything. See, Magic, you're part of the Washington Commanders. See, man, you can't do everything well. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just
you got
saying.
too many
Hey, look, let's look at the other half of that, man. The Phillies and the Braves, man. And who saw this coming, man? Hey, look, the Phillies, if it weren't for that base running error, they would have swept the Braves, man. The Braves really don't seem to have an answer. Man, did you see the look that Bryce Harper gave him when he went yard twice yesterday? When they talked about him for the base running blunder? Man, I really kind of starting to like the Phillies.
Hey, man, I love it, man. That dude put his foot in his mouth. If Bryce Harper ain't nobody, you don't poke the bear, man. You don't poke the bear. Man, we got you know, my stuff. His name, Assure, it's like New Hope Company. Man, ain't no fun. What I say, Steve, ain't no fun when the rabbit.
Yeah. So that brings us, man, to the American League, and it's pretty much all done. The world champions show up after they tripped up in game one and powered their way to the American League Championship Series, man. I mean, you just gotta like these dudes, man. They just seem to always find a way to get it done.
They're professionals, man. Them are professional baseball players, man. From their pitching staff to their bullpen to their lineup. Dusty Baker, dog. Dusty Baker knows how to run a baseball club.
Yeah, that he does, man. And then when we look at the other side of it, man, hey, man, the surprise of the postseason has to be the Texas Rangers, man. I mean, man, these dudes have just bludgeoned their way to the ALCS, man, and it kind of makes you wonder a little bit. I mean, were the Baltimore Orioles just out over their skis, man, because the Rangers just dominate.
Hey, I thought they were over their head. They got caught up in the but I didn't think the Rangers were this type of a dominant team, man. I thought it might have been a thin air and the heat down in Texas. They ball fly like that. I just think they can ball fly like that on the East Coast, the Texas, Midwest. It don't matter. It don't matter. They hit the ball, man.
That they do, man. And so what that does is it sets up an American League Championship Series that starts on Sunday. On Fox, it'll be the Texas Rangers against the Houston Astros. We're looking at an all-Texas two-step. Man, give me your thoughts on how you think this is going to play out.
Texas two-step for the LCS, man. I can't root against that. I love the way the Rangers are playing and everything, but I just think the familiarity. So remember, Astros are built. Dusty Wade.
Man, yeah. I like it too, man, but we'll get more into that. We got all next week to get into that, Jason Robinson. But you know what we got? Are you ready for this week's Keeping It Real college football poll? You ready to rock, Jay Rollo?
Come on, man. Give it to me with the BDI, baby.
All right. Man, we got...
Bro, come on, man.
See, man, now, we got massive movement in the poll. I'm just going to tell you that now. We have massive movement. See, 6 weeks, I have had time to really dissect this, okay? So you are starting to see teams be who they really are. And that said, let's get into this week's countdown, man. And we're going to start with this week's number 10. And number 10 this week goes to the USC Fighting Irish. Steve, why? You had them rated so high. Have you seen defense? Have you seen the second half of that team? I'm talking about the back end from the linebackers on. They love to read names. And oh, by the way, they're going to be tested on Saturday. But what I've seen, the USC Trojans, they're going to be number 10 in our poll. That brings us to number 9, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Well, Steve, why do you have Alabama rated so high? You go play them. See how you fare against them. Just because Texas had a good day don't mean that you're going to have a good day. Because one thing that we know that the man, the myth, the legend known as Nick Saban can flat out coach him up, and he can flat out get it done, and he's continued to do that. So we're going to rock with Alabama at number 9. That brings us to number 8, the aforementioned Texas Longhorns. Well, Steve, they just lost. Did you see who they lost to? They lost to Oklahoma and Brent Venables and company. We'll get back to that in a moment. But the Texas Longhorns have NFL players at every level. The defense has NFL players. The offense has NFL players. The quarterback is an NFL player. The tight end, they have playmakers on the outside. They just ran into a buzzsaw, and that buzzsaw is the number 7 team in our countdown this week. The Oklahoma Sooners. Boomer Sooner showed up and showed out. Yeah, Kenny G, I'm giving you love because you called it. But I'm telling you, Brent Venables can coach up defense, and we saw him coach it up on Saturday as he limited what the Texas Longhorns could do against them. You got to pay attention to Dylan Gabriel and the Oklahoma Sooners. That gets us to number 6, the Florida State Seminoles, as the tumble continues for the Seminoles. Why? You watch. That's all I'm going to say, and I'll leave it at that. That gets me to my number 5 team in the country, the Washington Huskies. And boy, do they have a doozy waiting on them on Saturday. I can't wait for that. That's one of our pick'em games. We'll talk more about that. Who do they play on Saturday, Steve? Well, they play the number 4 team in our countdown, the Oregon Ducks. And Dan Lanning, he can flat out coach them up. Why do you have them rated so high? Have you seen 3 teams better in the country than the Oregon Ducks? Don't worry, I'll wait, because I have it. That's why we're going with them at number 4. Number 3, the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Yeah, they had the most worst half that I've ever seen in Ohio State history, the first half. But as true champions do, or as I would call these guys, true champions do, they fixed what was wrong, and they came up and they shut them out in the second half. And that's what you better do if you're a champion. And if you're going to play the number 2 team in the country, you better get it fixed, because they're coming at you. They're coming downhill. The Michigan Wolverines are figuring it out, people. I'm telling you, they're starting to get the steamroll going. And speaking of steamroll, did you see the Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday, the number 1 team in our countdown? The Bulldogs showed up. They showed out. They are definitely number one in the country. Carson Beck getting it done. Jason Robinson, what do you think about this week's top 10?
The only problem I got with your top 10 is put together with the ball zone index. I'm moving USC up to 8. Alabama and Texas are going to fall down. Everything else, I can agree with. Maybe flip-flop Oregon and Washington. Maybe flip-flop them. But we could put them as a tie.
We're going to find out about Oregon. We're going to find out about Oregon and Washington on Saturday.
We'll find out the week when they go.
Now, just because I hear people talking, and I hear all of the, you may say, Steve, you don't have Penn State in. Why do you have Penn State number 11? Well, why do I have Penn State number 11? Because if they played Alabama, who would you bet? That's what I thought. You bet Alabama.
Yeah, you're going to go for. Don't underestimate the Lions, man. I think we got them coming up. What? We got them coming up this month.
We'll find out 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to get a better judgment.
So there you go, man. There you go. That is this week's top 10, man. I hope that you like it. But you ready to get that money, man? We're going to give you the best bets for this week, man. The pick 3, pick them. Who you got? I got 3 big games, man. College games. We're going to see what you got. You ready? First one,
oh, this is a good one right here.
There you go. We've got Miami Hurricanes took a call just before coming on the air about the dumbest player of the week. Yes, that would belong to the Miami Hurricanes. They come into this one 3.5 point underdogs to North Carolina. My question to you is, who you got?
I got the U. Take a knee, idiot. Take a knee to the face. Somebody players should know.
Man, I think myself, Jason, I'm rolling with the quarterback, man. I like 6-year quarterbacks, man. They have a quarterback that's capable of getting it done. I love North Carolina in this one. I'm going to lay the 3.5 in this one affair. That gets us to a game that we were just talking about. USC against Notre Dame. Notre Dame is 2.5 point favorites in this one. It's telling me that weather could play a part in this one. Jason Rollo, who you got?
The only way Notre Dame can win is if a typhoon comes through South Bend. The typhoon might be something, man. Because I don't even care. Notre Dame
So who you going with this team? Trojans. Oh man. So you see, I'm gonna tell you, Jason. That 4-hour flight, that 3.5-hour flight, man, coming in to a team that's gonna be real ornery and eager to get home. That is real physical. Then that can run the football, and we've seen teams just have their way against that defense of Southern Cal. Man, I laid it 2.5. Man, give me the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in this one. The last one, man, you'll learn you'll learn to roll with the sports guy, man, real soon. You're gonna learn one of these things. You'll learn. That's all right. Let's get to the game of the day, man. Oregon against Washington. Washington, they are 2.5 point favorites in this one, man. Who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with the younger quarterback, man. Quarterback from Oregon been playing college football for 10 years, man. He was playing at Auburn when Cam Newton was there. I'm going with Michael Penix, man.
So you going with Washington? See, once again, you start to buy into the hype and you're starting to read into that. See, both of these are 6-year quarterbacks. Don't you remember Michael Penix when he was at Indiana back when? Justin Fields. Yeah, Justin Fields and them was still there. I'm just saying. What I'm telling you is that Bo Nix is completing 80% of his passes, and what he's learned how to do as being a 6-year quarterback, he's learned how to carry the football. And then more importantly, he's learned when to throw the football away, man. You accompany that with Dan Lanning, got his defense in the second year, man. They're really starting to fly around the football. I like the Oregon Ducks. Plus, you're going to give me 2.5? Man, give me the Ducks in this one.
Hey, man, no wide receiver for the Huskies, man, on the defense. And both all the time. That dude's got to be about 35 years old.
See, one of these days, you'll listen to the big old man. You'll listen to the real sports guy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to help you out, man. I'm just trying to help you out.
Okay. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Look here. All right, man. So let's get into man, the tail end of this, man. This is, man, the part that I like, man, is NFL segment, man. As we get into Thursday night football, man, as the Kansas City Chiefs play host to the Denver Broncos. So that gets me to tonight's question as we play boom or bust quarterback. And I'm sure you know the quarterback that we're talking about. We're talking about it's us or Russ. What is it a boom or bust affair for Russell Wilson?
Hey, man, I love Russell Wilson, man. I love this brother. Brother, you is busted. And it's a situation with him in Denver. He thought he could be the team as a Kansas City gonna have their way. I just hope the man just don't stand the shit.
Man, yeah, it's just not. Actually,
It's
really,
bad.
when you look at the numbers of Russell Wilson, honestly, they're very comparable to Patrick Mahomes. In fact, the season numbers are a little bit better than Russell will have. I'm just saying. And then one thing that I want to talk about, and I don't think enough is being talked about, is the fact that Kansas City wide receivers lead the league in drops. Now, keep in mind, the Baltimore Ravens dropped 8 passes last week, and the Kansas City Chiefs still in drop passes. Yeah, just saying. I mean,
I can't. Children watching. I don't know if they would heard.
So
Kelsey playing. All right.
Yeah. So just remind you, Matt, before we get into picking tonight's games, man, we released this week's power rankings. This week's power rankings, man, brought to you by Foster Barbershop right here in Toledo, Ohio. Thank you very much. This week's power rankings, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars, man, at 3-2, and I've been getting a lot of pushback behind that. Well, why don't you have Miami higher than Jacksonville? Because Miami got housed. I mean, when you give up 50, 48 is still 50 in my eyes, man. You can't give up 50 and be one of the top 5 teams in the league. I'm sorry, bro. The Detroit Lions, they come in at number 4, man. I really love what they're doing, man. We're going to find out a lot about Detroit in the coming weeks, man, in particular Sunday as they travel to Tampa Bay. That'll be one of our pick 6 games on Saturday. But, man, we'll find out about them. And then they have to travel to Baltimore to play the Ravens. So we'll find out a lot about the Detroit Lions in the coming week. A team that answered the bell for me was the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I just think Jalen Hurts really has grown as a quarterback. There should be no more questions about Jalen. I mean, man, the way that he just single-handedly took over the game against the Rams, man, on third down, man, I believe he was like 12 out of 17 on third downs. I mean, like the dude was just absolutely spectacular, man, and it was all Jalen Hurts. The Rams had him in real tough situations, and Jalen Hurts had the answer to the quiz every time, man. You know, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, number 3. Number 2, team we'll get to see tonight. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. Kansas City Chiefs. And questions again arise about the drop passes, Jason. Man, they drop a lot of passes. You know, consequently, on the defensive side of the ball, and they may be even better than they were last year. They are light years better than they were last year when they won the Super Bowl, man. The cornerback Snead on the outside is an absolute stain. He's an assault major. I'm telling you, man. He will just assault your wide receivers. It's almost like Jack Tatum, like football. I love it. Pay attention to Snead tonight. Snead is the man. And the number 1 team is the San Francisco 49ers, man, with a bullet, man. I mean, there's no questions about that one, Jason Powers.
No, there's no doubt about that. I'm not even going to say that about that. They resume speaks for itself this year. They're the best team in football.
Yeah,
Every level,
man.
And the offense, man. You got a elite quarterback. You're not going to call.
Man, they got it going, man. They're going to be a tough out. Yeah, they're going to be a tough out. So that gets us to tonight's fair. I mean, like Kansas City, Denver, man. I mean, you know, Denver does traditionally play Kansas City well. The spread is 10.5. I think that's a bit much, man. You know, I mean, I guess if I were a betting man, I would take the 10.5. But I mean, do you give the Broncos a fighting chance tonight?
I do it. This is a divisional game, man. It's a rivalry game, man. You can't never underestimate these teams when they play against their arch rivals in the division. My question is, though, now I just see that they're letting go of straight spots. What's going on with that? Oh.
Yeah. But man, I just, you know, I mean, I see that it's a Thursday night football game. We'll watch that, man. But what we'll also be watching is game 4 tonight of the Phillies and the Braves. You got Strider against Suarez going at it again. Strider went 7 innings. He didn't get the win, man. They shut the Braves out in game 1, if you recall. 2-0. No, it was 3-0 in game 1. Who do you like tonight? Who you got tonight? The Phillies or the Braves, man? Do the Braves extend it and make it a five-game series?
Wait, man. I had the Braves winning this series. I'm not going to be the one to go there. I ain't going to say about Harper or none of the kids that Phillies might have, because them boys can play. They're a goody team. They got some pitching. They can pull it off. Like, if I got to pick one.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
I got to go with the Braves. You putting pressure on me, man. You putting pressure on me.
Yeah, see, that's what we do here, man. We keep it real. You know what? I'm going to tell you like this. It's probably Night Irene for them, man. Man, it is crazy in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia fans have showed up. They've showed out. They supported that baseball team. It is crazy loud there. It's going to be crazy loud again tonight. Man, the Phillies have been crushing the baseball. They hit the baseball like they've been hitting it the last couple of days. Man, the Braves are in deep doo-doo tonight. I like the Phillies.
Woo! Hey, man, the Phillies fan base, man, they will give you that extra adrenaline. They might put the fan base alone might give you 1.5 to 2 runs.
Yeah, man.
The fans really are nuts, man. I hate them because I'm a Cowboys fan, but they're some sports fanatics. They are sports fanatics. And they're going to be riled up tonight.
It's going to be crazy, man. Hey, look, another one in the books, man. This is 102 episodes, man. The Thursday edition, man. You know, we're on now 3 days a week. Mondays and Thursdays at 7 o'clock, man. Tell a friend to bring a friend. share the content, please, by all means, you know. Just be a friend and tell another friend, you know, and we'll all be friends. It's a beautiful thing. You can follow us now on our Keeping It Real Sports page, whether you're watching us there or on the Keeping It Real Sports Network YouTube page. The Keeping It Real Sports Network YouTube page. Man, make sure you like and subscribe there. You know, click like and subscribe. Hey, JC Robinson, I'm your boy, the Real Sports Guy, man. I will see you in the seat Saturday morning as we give you the NFL Pick Six. I'm going to pick 6 games and give you all of those winners, man. We've been 22-8 on the season. Let's see if we can make it even better this week. So until Saturday morning, I'll see you then.
Come on. I told you I got you. Wanna talk about the game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Save your boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is, the real sports guy in the sand. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, and it's over. OVA.